I was lost and sad to the voices in my head. I'm gonna get up again.
We're going to a spot to make an update video on this before it gets too dark outside. Just to get the snow off before I do the video, but no guarantees. Yeah, let's go. Alright guys, this is going to be a 1-year review of my 2007 Pontiac Grand Prix GXP. And I have to say, it's been the best car I've ever owned. And it's going to be my favorite car probably that I've ever owned, because it's my first like sporty car, it's my first fast car, it's my first car with a V8. It's my first car that I feel confident in driving, where I feel like I'm, kind of cool, in the car scene. And so yeah, without further ado, let's just get right into this video. I know there's a lot of GXP fans out there that are excited about this car. My goal is to keep it forever and pay it off soon. I want it to be paid off by the time I upgrade to a Mustang GT 2014 or up, or maybe an STI, but most likely a Mustang GT. And then if it's not paid off by then, I'm gonna have to trade it in, obviously, and I don't want to do that, so I'm working hard to pay it off by then. But yeah, let's get it. So starting off, it is the charcoal color. I believe that is the color of it. It's like a dark gray, but I think that's what it's called. It's full of snow right now and it's wet and dirty, but the car washes are closed here right now. It's got the 18-inch rims there. They held up great. There's like no curb rash on them. My brake calipers and everything look filthy, but they're grabber blue. Now none of the logos have fallen off. Everything's holding up great. There's no rust on the car. I got the Megan Racing exhaust tips, the burnt gold chrome exhaust tips. Let's get underneath the car here. Oh my god, this is cold. But it's got straight, it's not, I guess it's not a straight pipe, but it's a muffler delete and a resonator delete. So it's straight piped to the cats, but the cat is still there. And then I got the, if the American flag offends you, call 1-800-GET-THE-F-OUT-USA. Just because a lot of this bullshit on with Donald Trump and everything. Personally, that's who I voted for. Guys, we're back here at a different location because somebody decided to plow the spot I chose. So getting back into it, I already went through this side. I already said how everything's good with the rims and the brakes and everything. I've replaced the pads twice and the rotors once, and I've owned it for 1 year this month. Went over the Megan Racing exhaust, and the pipes that were used are Borla pipes. And then my sticker there, I painted the back spoiler myself here. Got a shorty antenna, Paul Walker tribute sticker there. A couple more Paul Walker tribute stickers here. Can't really see. This one just says RIP Paul Walker. And then, if one day speed kills me, don't, what does it say? Don't cry because I was smiling, Paul Walker. And then this side, forgot to show you guys, is tuna no crust, and street racing is not a crime. Well, it is, but F it. Little shark fin up there. When it's all cleaned up and stuff, those tips look really good. And then I got red mud flaps. See one up there, kind of. If I zoom in on her, yeah, they're white right now, obviously, but yeah, there's a couple small dents, like you can see, that came with the car. It's not going to be phenomenal condition, being it's a 2007 Pontiac, but try and show you the back. I have a lot of stuff in here right now. Like, I don't have any garbage in here, but I have a lot of stuff because I play hockey every day. But the back seats are basically flawless, as you can see there. My girlfriend's little sister kind of ruined this one because she spilled a bunch of crap on the Alcantara. And I always keep an extra quart of oil in here, because if you're out of oil, you're out of luck. You got the objects in mirror, our losing sticker there, GXP. I had these blacked out a couple times, but let me know if you guys think I should black those out again to go with the rims and stuff. I'm actually getting black spoked rims, so I won't have to deal with the plastic. These will be my winter rims. Then I actually have summer performance tires on here right now. My dad put them on there for me, and I'm okay with it. Car drives just fine right now. The black racing stripes. Got that done at the Max department at Ford because it was free, because they fixed my car because I got in an accident under my insurance. And I had plasti dipped ones on there, and they were peeling off, and they said, did the accident do that? And I said, yeah. So they put brand new ones on there, legit Max department ones. So that's awesome. I got the car with 5% window tint. It looked amazing. It was just stunning. I loved it. And it had like the window tint right there, the 5%. So it was like a limo tint basically. And I got pulled over 7 times before I got a ticket for it. And I finally got a ticket. But I'm gonna be retinting them here within about a month to go along with the new halo headlights I'm getting, and a couple other cosmetic things, as well as a couple performance things here in the next month or two. They're gonna be going to 50% tint because that's what's legal here, so I don't get any more tickets. Got brand new headlights, brand new front end from the crash. It wasn't a bad crash. It was hitting a I hit 2 mailboxes because I tried to avoid baby deer that jumped out, but so it wasn't totaled or anything like that. It still has a clean title. It was just I screwed up. The windshield broke. The hood had a dent in it, and the light on this side was smashed. But it was all fixed. Got the stock Pontiac lights there. These were red. Had to take them out because I got a ticket on the first warning. I didn't even get a warning, even though I bought it from the dealership like that. But that ticket we got that waived. I showed that I took it off and appealed it, and it was fine. But he told me, the officer's like, yeah, it was a different officer that looked at my car, and he's like, yeah, you can have them in there, you just can't have them on public roads. I'm like, what? So I'll be putting them back in there, have them at my house. Coming along this, I got the carbon fiber front lip, as you can see there. But quickly before I get into any more, the cosmetic or exterior things I'm getting for it: window tint, black vinyl, halo headlights, and then possibly those things that go right here across the top. I'm blanking it out right now. And then the things that go right there to make it have a little bit better look, like a rear diffuser look and whatever's up there. I forgot what they're called, but I got that plasti dip. Well, I did it. I think the rims look pretty good. They all look pretty good. And then so yeah, hopping inside here. Comes with remote start, but mine does not work right now because my engine light's on. That just came on, and I know exactly what it's for too. And I'll tell you guys that when I'm in the car when it's warm. But that's locked. And when it would unlock, the red lights would come on, or when I would lock it, and they'd look so cool. So those are definitely going back in. The officer put a note on there saying he told me I could put them back in. I just can't have them on while I'm driving on a public road. So that means I can have them like right here, like for photo shoots and stuff. It's gonna look sweet. But yeah, stay tuned for those modifications. And then the modifications for the performance is gonna be the new K&N Colder intake. I'm gonna have a new tune. I'm on a 93 octane street tune right now. And then that's probably gonna be it for this car until, if I get it paid off in time where I can keep it, I'm gonna pro charge it. But other than that, that's basically it for now. I was thinking about headers, but there's like no room in there for headers. I'd have to come up with something custom. But the seats are in pretty good condition, no actual cracking. You can see where they're about to, but I've been conditioning them really good and stuff. So yeah, let's get into it here. It's very cold out. Oh, feels good in here. But basically, let's start this up, turn the music off. I don't know if you guys can pick up that sound on the startup, but I'll give it a couple revs for you guys. I'll kind of crack the windows here. Sorry, I don't have a suction cup mount yet. I'm getting that soon too, to mount the camera so I can do car vlogs. That's gonna be my #1 type of car video. I'm gonna wait till this van leaves so I don't think I'm a jerk, but yeah, I'll be getting that suction cup mount. I'm getting a new mic for the top of this camera for the audio to improve a lot. I'm getting the stuff for the car. I'm getting a GoPro Hero 5 Black, the MacBook Pro. So the content's gonna be pumping out really good. The editing's gonna be on point. So yeah, let's get back to this video here. The interior has held up great. There's not really any squeaks or rattles. There's these kind of, when I drive, like when I accelerate, these squeak just as of like a week ago, and it really bothers me. But if I push down on it like that, it goes away, but then when I restart it, it does it again. You can see right here. Keep my Oakleys in here for baseball. Got the OnStar and that stuff. It's just been a really phenomenal car. But you guys can expect, by the way, that suction cup mount for the car vlogs and reviews. But as of right now, I have to hold it like this. But yeah, let's give it a couple revs here and hear how she sounds. Yeah, it's kind of got a high-pitched crackle when you rev it up high. I really don't like the rev limiter. That's actually where the limiter is. If I do get to keep this car and I supercharge it or procharge it, I will get a tune that removes that rev limiter so I can rev it way up. And I have oh yeah, and then high flow catalytic converters also. Magnaflow high flow cats is what I'm going to be putting in for my catalytic converter, because I want to get a better flowing sound out of it and also a healthier flow. Now there's a couple small other things I will be doing, but yeah, all of those I will have videos on them on how to install, because I'll be installing it all myself. The only thing I won't be able to install is probably the tune, because it'll be a next level tune like E85 or something like that, and the rims obviously. But yeah, it's a pretty good car. I really wish it was offered in a manual transmission, but you know, it's a sedan, that doesn't happen much. Maybe like a Cobalt SS or something. But I do like it. The transmission that's paired with this vehicle from the factory is absolutely trash. It's just trash. This one was rebuilt at 66,000 miles, and it had a shift kit put in it as well. So that's why this one is a little bit faster. It also has the tune, exhaust. And so me and my buddies, well, one of them told me this car has forged internals, and I don't know why someone would do that to this car, but like every time I start this car in the cold, it sounds like it has a rod knock, but my friend said it really doesn't. It has forged internals. Because it's been doing that ever since about 130,000 miles. To me, it's a rod knock, but I don't know how to check if they're forged internals. I'm not that good yet, but he says it is. He's a mechanic. I don't know if I'm going to take his word for it, but it really, I mean, this car performs a bit higher than other GXPs. I've raced one of them. It was a stock red one with a full catback ZZP exhaust and a K&N cold air intake, and I pulled on him from a roll race. I jumped him from a dig. I jumped him. And yeah, it was kind of, I didn't really think I was gonna, but, and his had 108,000 miles, so it was a bit lower than mine. Mine was at about 140 at the time. But yeah, so I do think there's something done to this car that I don't know, but the shift kit does help, even though I put it in manual mode when I race, which I absolutely love. When I downshift, it pops and crackles, and you know, the torque in this car is like 325 pound-feet of torque, plus my new intake I'm getting is gonna add probably just a smidge. My tune adds some. My next tune I'm getting was going to add a lot more. My horsepower is at about 320 horsepower right now to the crank, which isn't a whole lot, but it's more than factory. This is 303 horsepower from the factory. And overall, I'm really pleased with this car. I paid $5,500 for this. I financed it, and I'm making payments on it. Probably about 5-6 more payments, and I'll be able to buy my new car. And I'm definitely going to vlog that, and that car is going to just boost this channel. I know it. By then, I'll have all the equipment I need to film. Right now I just have a camera and the Joby Gorilla thing, and then my iPhone, of course, but that doesn't really do anything. And then also the thing I love about this car is the heated seats. They work amazing. They work really fast. And the monsoon radio is all right, but I don't get some channels that I really like that everyone else's car gets here. The seats are the best seats I've ever sat in my life. Sorry it's getting dark out. I should have made this earlier, but they're the best seats I've ever sat in my life. The bolstering is great. They hold you in place. They're very, very comfortable. The leather is very high quality. I love the suede, Alcantara suede. And I always have my cross hanging here, by the way, with God's prayer on it. But, so to the engine light, that is, actually I don't really know what that is at all. The car performs great and runs fine. About quarter of the time to half the time, it shifts hard when it's really cold out. I don't know why, but it's only when it gets under a quarter tank of gas. That's it. And then I just put more gas in it and it's fine. And like I said, I use premium gas in this. That's what it's tuned for now. And yeah, it's a really nice car. And I bought it for $5,500 with 96,000 miles on it, like a roughly 96,000 miles. And I couldn't believe the deal I got, but he had just got it that day and I offered him that and he said, I'll take it. So I test drove it, liked it, done deal. But yeah, I don't really think there's much else to say about this car here. for whenever I need notes or reminders, I stick them to this so I don't put them on the dash so I don't ruin it. But it's a good looking vehicle on the inside. I just really wish it came with a manual transmission and rear wheel drive, but it is front wheel drive. I think this thing would be a beast if it was all wheel drive. If it was all wheel drive in a manual, that'd be amazing, but at least they offer you the tap shifters here. Whoops. They're pretty cheap feeling, but at least they offer them, you know, and they work good. It's pretty responsive. It's a little bit delayed in the first gear, but that's it. It's pretty good. Fourth gear is basically unusable in a race unless you're just on the highway just cruising because it has no power. It only has 4 gears, by the way. But yeah, you can basically scroll through all your tire pressure monitoring stuff and everything. It's a really good car. I highly recommend it. It has never failed to start me. Earlier in this video, you guys are going to see the startup of this car after sitting for 2.5 days or almost 3 days in the cold of like 1 degree. Today it's the warmest it's been in a while. It's 16 degrees. And that's because of it snowed outside, so that kind of helps it actually, if you know about that. But yeah, so it's a really sweet car. I highly recommend this as a first like sports car, getting into it and stuff. It's got the power. All you have to do is a couple little modifications to it and it can keep up with some of the competitors. It already keeps up with like the Mustang GT of its time, and like it beats the STI, and it's a fun car. And I've won a lot of races with this car. I'll name off a few. I'm going to try and get some on camera, but it's winter right now, so obviously there's no races going on. So I'm going to turn the camera towards myself here and talk for a minute. Hope you can see me. I'll tell you the couple vehicles that I race and continually race. There's some friends in St. Cloud in like the street racing groups and the car clubs. So basically, here, let's set this bad boy up right here. All right. I'm gonna hold it like this, guys. Hopefully you can, I'm probably gonna end up cutting this out. But yeah, so basically the cars that I've beaten, let me hold this right. I've beaten a Mazda Speed 6, slightly modified. I basically walked him. It was really easy. I was expecting more of a hard race from him. From a dig, I absolutely jumped him, which I didn't think I was gonna do because it's all-wheel drive, but hopefully this coming summer I'll get some videos of his car. It's really sweet. It's murdered out. But, and from a roll, I completely wiped him, you know, V8 versus that. I'm gonna jump it. On a roll race, I beat, we didn't get to extend the race very far, but I beat a 2016 STI on a roll race, not on a dig race. He would jump me and take me on a dig race, obviously, but it was a roll race from about 55 miles an hour. And I jumped him pretty hard. We went to about 75 miles an hour and I was ahead of him. But I could tell he was coming back. His turbo was kicking in, his boost was coming on, and he was starting to come back, but we had to let off because there was traffic. So I guess you could say I won, you could say I didn't, I don't know. I raced a 2014 Mustang GT. Obviously I didn't win, but I was dead even with him off the roll at about 40 miles an hour until about 55. He started to pull ahead pretty hard, but you know, it's the Coyote V8. It's gonna jump this. This is a 5.3 liter LS4 V8, if you guys did not know that, making 303 stock horsepower. Mine's at about 320, and then mine's at about 350 pound-feet of torque. I've beaten 2 Cobalt SS's. I've lost to 3 Cobalt SS's. Those ones were, the 3 I lost to, they were in the Cobalt USA Club or something like that, and they were really modified, and they're fast. They're on E85. And let me tell you, those Cobalts, they can fly when they're modified, but when they're stock, they're not really fast at all. One of them was a supercharged, and one was a turbocharged that I beat. And then, like I said, the 3 I lost to were part of that club. I've lost to a GTO. His was an animal. It makes like 500 and some wheel horsepower. It's nuts, but you know, it's fun to race. I've lost to a GTR. That video is on this channel. Actually, it's not a very good video, but I caught up to that guy and we raced. I didn't get it on camera because I wasn't going to race one-handed against a GTR. But it was fun. Obviously, I didn't stand a chance, but it's a GTR, you know, why not race it, right? And then I've beat several GTPs by a lot. People think they're faster than this, but they're not. Not even close. Not even close. If you can modify them heavily, they can be faster than this, but they're not stock. Or even lightly modified, they're not. And then I've beaten, like I said, another GXP. I've beaten 2006 Mustangs and older. I've beat completely. I don't know. I know they have like 260 horsepower before 2004 and before. After that, they're like 300. But I've beaten 2006 and olders. I don't think I've raced any newer ones besides a 14. And I've beaten a 2004 and 5 STI. I've beaten a 2003 WRX with a STI swap. And it was a girl driver. That was really fun. And her car basically blew up. Her engine like started smoking and stuff. And I had to help her figure out what was wrong with it, and that was fun. But yeah, this car is an animal when you want it to be, if you drive with it right. And it's just a really fun car. You can modify it. People say, oh, it's just a family sedan. Why are you trying to make it sound like a sports car or like a Mustang? I'm not trying to make it sound like a Mustang. It sounds like a truck. This thing sounds like a truck. But yeah, that's basically like cars like that. I beat a Neon SRT4. I lost to a Neon SRT4. I lost to a Duramax that was built. That thing was sweet, but that was a highway pull. We were already at like 60 miles an hour, and you know, he's got the turbo diesel, and he just, my God, the thing was gorgeous. But yeah, I beat a G6 GXP. That was nothing, but yeah, this car's fun. It definitely keeps up. It holds its own for sure. It's not a sports car, but it is a sports car. With the big V8, and same one in the like Tahoes and Silverados. So yeah, let's get back into this here. I just want to show you guys a rev here before we're done here, and I'll get some highway pulls when it's nice out. Obviously I can't, it snowed out, but yeah, let's see if you guys can hear that. Like that high-pitched crackle that comes on, but that's going to be changing here soon when I get the high flow cat and a little bit different setup. I'm keeping the tips, but going a little different setup. But yeah, I got a lot of fun stuff for this car ahead, guys. So like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for all the content on this channel that's coming. It's going to be a lot of content. It's not just cars, but it is going to be a lot of cars, a lot of vlogs, a lot of pranks, some challenges, but a lot of them are kind of really dangerous, and I don't think my life's worth it. But there's a lot of fun stuff coming, adventures ahead of us, guns to shoot. Yeah, so basically all I can say right now is hope you guys like my car. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you. Ending this video, we're gonna see if we can get some pops out of her. We're in first gear here. I can't really do too much craziness to get the pops and stuff, but my goal for my exhaust setup in the future with my modifications is to get a lot of backfire. But right now it's just too dangerous to do anything crazy right now to get some pulls or anything. But I'm gonna try to get a little bit of pops for you guys. I have the windows down, so just listen. It has that high-pitched crackle at the very end every once in a while. It's really annoying, but all right, we're in second gear here, and I'm gonna do a downshift to first gear. Actually, first off, we're gonna give a little gas in second gear and see if we can get some. Yeah, they're there. I don't know if the camera can pick them up without a new mic yet, but I'll do these again with a new mic and stuff. And in the summer, there's gonna be so many street racing videos with GoPros on my car and stuff, and both my cars, my new Mustang on this, and it's gonna be so fun. But yeah, I'm about to run out of battery right now, but we're gonna downshift. I do rev match when I downshift in this. And it is an automatic, but I do rev match. All you do is give a little bit of gas to where it doesn't go, but it revs up a little bit. And then you downshift, and then it doesn't jerk. It's just like in a manual transmission, kinda. Not all the way, but kinda. It's the same concept. But yeah, you can hear it. But we're gonna give it a nice downshift at first right now. This is GT Productions, where the Pepsi's ice cold, the movies keep coming. Let's go.